Alright, here is a beautiful 2-5-1 lick from Kenny Dorham. He is doing this over the tune Prince Albert, which is a bebop head that's based off of the changes to All the Things You Are. He's doing it over the 2-5-1 to G major. And it's got some really amazing stuff going on. Some great chromaticism, some nice arpeggios, great use of the altered scale over the 5 chord with some chromaticism as well. So it's just packed with great vocab. So we start out like this. We start out with a little chromatic approach to the third of the 2 chords. So we're starting on our A minor 7 chord, and leading in on beat 4, we do a little pickup. We go. So what's going on right there? We put our ring finger on C sharp on the 3rd string, hammer onto D with your pinky, pull off to C sharp again, and then pull off to B with your pointer. So we start like that, and then I slide my pointer finger up a fret to C. So when I hit that C note, that's beat 1 of the A minor 7 chord, so I'm landing on the flatted 3rd. So what's going on in terms of these notes, it's a little chromatic approach to the flatted 3rd of the 2 chord, right? So if you look at the note we're landing on, the C, if we look at these other notes in relation to it, these 2 notes are, we have 2 notes above and 1 note below, right? So we're surrounding that C note with chromatics in this case. The upper part has the 2 notes, the lower part has 1 note. Very bebop-y sound, and because of how he's articulating it on the trumpet, that's probably the closest you're going to get to articulating it like that on the guitar if you slur it all. Alright, so once we get there, then we do this. We do, after the C note, we put a ring on D, pointer on E, pinky on G, ring on B, and then pointer on A. So that's just over A minor. It's flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 9, and 1. Okay, almost just, yeah, I was going to say almost looks like a minor pentatonic scale with the exception of that 1 note at the top. So it's slightly different. So we have, alright, and then from there we go like this. We hit the G note on the end of 4, and then on beat 1 of the D7 chord we hit the F sharp. So we're landing on the 3rd of the D7 chord. So we have, all right, very common voice leading, right? We talk about guide tones sometimes in these videos. We're doing when we're hitting the G note and going into the F sharp, the G is the flatted 7th of the A minor 7 chord. We go down a half step, and the F sharp is the 3rd of the D7 chord. So that's a good example of like a guide tone movement, right? So. Now right here is the really great altered stuff that he does. So after I put my ring finger on the F sharp, I take the same finger, the ring finger, I'm going to go to B flat on the 1st string, and I go like this. This part is awesome. So ring finger on B flat, and then your ring finger also plays F on the 2nd string, and you go F, E, E flat, F. Now this is great. So this is altered, but it's also using some chromaticism within the altered scale. So we start on the sharp 5, right, or flat 13, whatever you prefer to call it. Then the sharp 9, right? Where you can actually, if you know this chord, this D7, sharp 9, sharp 5, you could see the top part of that chord in this line. But then right here we go like this. We go chromatically from the sharp 9 to the flat 9. Right, great sound. And then back to the sharp 9. So, and then he just resolves it beautifully to a D note. He lands on a D, which is the 5th of our G major 7 chord. So up to this point now we have this. Alright, and I think I pick all of those notes. And then from there we go like this. Such a beautiful line. I think right here, like every single note is just perfect. The way that they weave in and out of one another and how it resolves the note it lands on, everything about it is just so pretty. So pointer finger on D on the 2nd string, middle finger is going to play B, ring plays C, pointer plays A sharp, and then middle plays B. So right here we do the 5th, the 3rd, and then we do another chromatic. So right there when we hit that C, A sharp, B, I would say it's 1 above, 1 below, chromatic approach, right? Alright, now right here we do this beautiful B minor arpeggio. So we do B with our middle, F sharp with our middle, ring plays D, and then pointer finger plays B. right? So a lot of you might know this already, but when you're playing over a major chord, you can start in the third and play a minor arpeggio, and that gives you, that gives you a major 7 sound. Rootless major 7. So, and then the last note he lands on, just put your pointer finger on E on the second string. So he lands on the 6 of the G chord, which is a really pretty note to land on. Right, so over that one chord we have a little bit of chromatic going into the third. Right, then we have the B minor arpeggio, which is the minor arpeggio starting on the third of the chord that we're on. And then he lands on the 6. So much great stuff going on. So the entire lick all together sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so it's such a beautiful lick. Kenny Dorham is really an incredible trumpet player. Every time I listen to him, I just think his soloing is just so tasteful. I love the note choices that he makes. Everything's very colorful, and just great bebop vocabulary. And he's one of those trumpet players where I kind of discovered him a little bit later in life, but like when I heard him, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I've been missing out on this guy this whole time. Similar to the way I felt when I started listening to Booker Little more. There's certain guys where you just hear them and you're like, oh my god, everything they're playing just is so unique and so colorful, and just really have a very unique voice of their own. So I think Kenny Dorham is a great example of that. So that's it for this week. That is our lick. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. And as always, if you would like to donate and support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/MikeAudetteMusic or paypal.me/MikeAudetteMusic. Thanks for watching, and I will see you at the next episode. Take care. Thank you.